you, you need it. All with reach unlimited data on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. Your home is your happy place until you come back to bad odors. Use Febreze plug-in. It has a microchip that operates between toothpaste and odors and provides up to 50 days. Trust Febreze Plug.
Good evening, social media. How we doing tonight? Another week is here, and another Friday is in the books, baby. On top of that, we got Friday Night SmackDown going on right now. The one they call the Megastar, with everybody saying L.A. Knight just took out Tama Tonga to retain his United States Championship as he marches forward, and we get closer and closer to the grandest stage of them all in the wrestling business, WrestleMania 41. Oh, man. But WWE aside, we got a lot of things we're talking about. We got a lot of baseball to talk about. We got some college football we're talking about. And on top of that, We got some MLB predictions. We got the national championship predictions. And Deion Sanders signed a 5-year deal to stay in Colorado. So without further ado, it's time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game this is with everybody saying no Mercy Sports. Let's get into it. We're doing a South Florida trend today, baby. Let's fucking go.
Nobody can stop me now.
Let me talk to you. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And like I said, another week is here and another Friday is in the books. On top of that, we got another episode of Friday Night SmackDown, baby. And it doesn't get any better than this. We are just a few weeks away from WrestleMania 41 taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada. Doesn't get any better than this. Yes, sir. And hey, like I said, right now doing a South Florida vibe. You know, I'm rocking the Miami Marlins. I'm rocking Florida Atlantic University. What about them Gamecocks indeed? Heading to another national championship appearance. Man, oh man. Look, there's a reason that I had Dawn Staley in the top 5 category of female college basketball head coaches. What she is doing at the University of South Carolina is going to be insane. And the future is obviously bright for the Gamecocks. And man, oh man. Look, it really wouldn't surprise me if South Carolina met the UConn Lady Huskies in the national championship. Man, oh man, that game would feed fucking families. But speaking of college sports, Colorado is sticking to prime time, baby. That is right. Head coach Deion Sanders signed a 5-year, $54 million extension to remain as Colorado's head coach of football. Now, obviously, the Dallas Cowboys missed out on trying to sign Deion Sanders because they decided to go with fucking Brian Schottenheimer. To quote Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? But look, was this a good move for Colorado? And can Colorado be considered real soon? Could they be considered contenders in the college football playoffs? Honestly, my answer to that is yes. I mean, you look at what he's done. They went 9-4 last year. They're Colorado's best record since 2016. He's got 2 players that are in the NFL draft right now. And man, oh man, Travis Hunter, that dude is diabolical. And bro, his girlfriend is literally trying to turn this man into a super villain. That is the last thing we need with how insanely good he is playing both sides of the field. Look, Shedeur Sanders, I don't know. I don't know how good he'll be. It's more of a, hey, you got to show us, man. You got to show us that while, yes, you were good at the college football level, just because your dad was also the head coach as well, you got to show how good you can be at the professional level. Now, like I said, we already know how good Travis Hunter is going to be, but we will see just how good Shedeur Sanders could be. Maybe give him about a year or 2 on the bench. Let him learn behind a veteran quarterback. I mean, hell, if the Raiders pick him up, man, because we've heard a lot of things about Shedeur Sanders going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Tom Brady is part owner. Shedeur Sanders has a decent, Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders have a really good relationship with Tom Brady. Pete Carroll is now the head coach. Geno Smith just signed a deal to be the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, look, the potential is there for the Raiders, but what he can do, we're just going to have to go ahead and see. But like I said earlier, I really think that this is a good move for Colorado. And like I said again, Colorado finished 9-4, their best record since 2016. Colorado obviously got to a bowl game, and you already know that big time football talent is going to want to flock to play for Deion Sanders at Colorado. And man, what he's been doing since arriving there, I mean, look, 2 years ago, yeah, Colorado kind of had, like, they started off great. Oh, shit! Did Ovechkin tie Gretzky for all-time goals? Holy shit! Did Ovechkin just tie Gretzky? Holy shit! Whoa! That is big. If Alexander the Great just tied Wayne Gretzky in all-time goals, man, oh man, that is big. And we still have plenty of hockey left to be played as well. And the crazy thing is, Wayne Gretzky was more of an assist guy. But that's the crazy thing, too. People want to say, oh, hey, Wayne Gretzky wasn't a scorer. Or imagine if he was a scorer. Imagine if he didn't have as many assists that he has right now. But at the same time, it's like, yo, look, Wayne Gretzky is obviously dubbed the Great One for a reason. But what Ovechkin has been doing, I mean, the fact that he's in his 20th year in the NHL, all the accomplishments that he has gotten being in the NHL, 20 years in the NHL. I mean, look, this is a huge, huge feat. I don't care who you are, what you think you know about the NHL. For somebody like Alex Ovechkin to achieve this feat and tie the Great One in all-time goals, oh my God, that is just insanity right there. But man, we definitely are going to have our eyes peeled in the next few games as the NHL regular season will be drawing to an end real soon. And man, does he have enough time to not only break Wayne Gretzky's all-time goals, but he has more than enough games to surpass it and set a new record. I mean, look, if you don't have Alex Ovechkin in your top 5 list of even just of NHL players, man, you are outside your fucking mind. Because for me, if he ain't top 5, he damn sure is top 10. That's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. And man, what he has done is sticking with the Washington Capitals for his entire career. A 2-time cover athlete. I believe a 3, maybe even 4-time NHL MVP. I mean, look, the dude is insane. Yes, sir. Let's go every Friday. You already know what it is. Every Friday, it is time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. But man, oh man, like I was saying, Alex Ovechkin tying the Great One, Wayne Gretzky, breaking news from the host of the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media, college sports villains, one Mr. Andrew Anderson, breaking the news that Alex Ovechkin tied Wayne Gretzky in all-time goals. Man, this dude is just crazy. But hey, let's get back to talking about Colorado. Absolutely you can, dude. Man, you can hop on right now. you can hop on. You already know I'm all for it, man. You already know. Oh man. Yeah. So honestly, I really think that Colorado is going to be a team to watch. They're probably going to be flying under the radar, because of teams like Ohio State being the national champions. What Notre Dame is going to be doing with Marcus Freeman as their head coach, especially getting to the national championship stage. Alabama, they might be falling off. Alabama might be falling off. We never know. But yeah, we'll see what Colorado can do this upcoming season for 2025-2026. But hey, we got plenty of time before college football starts. Let's move on to some Major League Baseball, baby. MLB Commissioner Robert Manfred is a lot of things, and a moron is definitely one of them. Now, I'll be honest, some of the things that he's been doing for MLB have actually been good. Call me crazy. The bigger bases, the ghost runner on second and extra innings, the instant replay. I mean, look, the list goes on and on. He's done some good things that have actually helped the sport of baseball evolve. But when it comes to being a businessman, let's just say he's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, as Bally Sports is no longer considered Bally Sports. It is now considered the FanDuel Sports Network. Is it time for the MLB to have a new commissioner? Hell the fuck yes it is. I mean, dude, look, Bally's, regardless of how Bally Sports was doing, man, they were still drawing attention, the Atlanta Braves, the fucking Kansas City Royals, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Texas Rangers, the LA Angels. There is literally a few select teams that are still sticking with Bally Sports before they move on to FanDuel. But at the same time, it's like, dude, come on. There's a whole bunch of other sport teams that really stick with Bally Sports, and you just took it away without even thinking. Why? Because they weren't drawing enough, or weren't drawing a big enough revenue. Wham. Look, like I said, some of the things that you've been doing for baseball has really been helping the game evolve. The bigger bases, the pitch clock, the play. I mean, hell, you're even allowing the new torpedo bats, to which we're going to get in just a bit. Yankee haters, y'all need to sit down and shut the fuck up. Stop letting the New York Yankees live in your head rent-free and be pissed about the fact that your team didn't think of even bother using the torpedo bats in the fucking first place. But yeah, look, in any case, it is definitely time for Major League Baseball to have a new commissioner and bring in somebody that can actually let baseball or certain baseball teams be on the Bally Sports Network and not the fucking FanDuel Sports Network. Like, the fuck is even that? But hey, speaking of teams that were on the Bally Sports Network, we got a team that is also now part of the FanDuel Sports Network, the Tampa Bay Rays. Unfortunately, their baseball stadium would suffer at the hands of Hurricane Milton when that fucking asshole blew through the Florida area. And unfortunately, it destroyed the roof of the Tampa Bay Rays stadium of Tropicana Field. Now, obviously, the Rays didn't have, a home field that they could have for the 2025 season. But the Yankees offered the Rays to use their spring training stadium. With the Rays' roof destroyed from the hurricane, should the Tampa Bay Rays invest the money that they are getting from, I want to say, St. Petersburg, and from the city of St. Petersburg and the city of Tampa Bay, should the Rays invest in a retractable roof? Yes, the fuck they should. This way, we can easily avoid something like this happening again. Look, the roof was good while it lasted, but after getting destroyed by a hurricane, it is definitely time to invest in a retractable roof. Look at the Seattle Mariners, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Miami fucking Marlins, for crying out loud. Even the Texas Rangers have a retractable roof in their new stadium. Now, granted, a few teams that I mentioned are more so up north. But at the same time, it's like, look, Tampa, if you want to avoid something that just recently happened, invest the goddamn money in a retractable roof. It is not that hard. For crying out loud, this easily could have been avoided. You've been around for, 25 years? Maybe even 30? And you didn't think once. Just, oh, hey, regardless of the money that we're making, despite the fact that our team sucks, let's take down the roof that we currently have and let's put in a retractable roof. No, because that requires too much common sense for your dumbasses. I mean, come on. Hell, there's a reason that the Miami Marlins got a new stadium. They were sick and tired of the downpours that were happening in the old park that they were playing in. Damn. Well, hey, at least you are proud enough to admit that you are a Yankee hater. I'll give you that. I will give you that, my man. But yeah, like I was saying, getting back to the Rays, it's like, yo, it really took y'all this fucking long to really decide, oh, well, you know what? A hurricane came through. We're getting money to fix the roof of our stadium. Maybe it's time. Yeah, true. I mean, hell, y'all can only do so much. But at the same time, like, look, whether you're a Marlins fan, a Rays fan, or fucking whatever kind of fan, when it comes to baseball in Florida, look, Tampa, as long as they've been around, they should have invested in a retractable roof a long ass time ago, especially with the weather that happens in the summer of Florida as well. I mean, look, it is nonstop fucking raining there. Like, it'll literally downpour for about 5 minutes, stop for 10, go for 10, stop for 5, go for 15. I mean, it's a never ending process in Florida when it comes to rain, when it comes to the weather. I mean, it's just absolute insanity. Florida is a different breed. And I'll tell you one thing. If we go to war and if those fucking maple syrup sucking bitches actually want to try us, guess what? You best believe we're sending every Florida man on the front line. And those fuckers won't even stand a chance against every Florida man. And again, that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. But yeah, look, we got more baseball to talk about. We're definitely going to be talking baseball right after commercial break. But for right now, look, we're going to move on to college basketball. Look, they call it March Madness for a reason. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure people have literally put into their work that they want to take time off to watch the actual tournament, even the first day of the tournament. Hell, I have literally joked about it when I was in the military. Like, hey, yo, I'm coming down with something called a rare disease known as March Madness. And the only known cure is to make sure that I watch the entire tournament. Obviously, they knew that it was a joke, but at the same time, hey, work is work. But look, March Madness is easily the greatest college sports tournament of all time. Argue with a fucking wall because you are not changing my mind on that shit. But right now, for the Final Four of the men's tournament, it is currently all one seeds as we got Florida, Auburn, Houston, and Duke facing each other. And somebody's ticket is getting punched to the national championship. Now, regardless, or I should say, because of the NIL transfer portal, we haven't really been seeing any Cinderella runs or upsets in the tournament. I mean, hell, I can't even remember the last time that a Final Four had all number one seeds from each region of the bracket. But I will say this. Regardless of what happens, look, the NCAA tournament is still the greatest college sports tournament of all time. Again, not even close. Again, argue with a wall. But, man, with the national championship on the horizon next Monday, which team will emerge victorious? But that is a question for another time. For right now, we are going to take our first commercial break. We will be right back in just a few minutes.
to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
All right. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. First off, big time shout out to the 63 people that are tuning in for tonight's show. Big shout out and big appreciation to each and every single one of y'all that are tuning in for tonight's show. But hey, like I said, it is Friday night. We have another episode of Friday Night SmackDown on, and in just a bit, it'll be Braun Strowman, the monster amongst monsters, the biggest son of a bitch to have ever walked God's green earth, taking on the Samoan werewolf the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu in a last man standing match to determine the number one contender for LA Knights United States Championship. Man, oh man, it's going to be a good one. And man, oh man, WrestleMania is going to kick some absolute ass in just a few weeks. Woo! I mean, look, we have arguably the greatest of all time, John Cena, who turned heel. If you missed it, the dude turned heel and sold his soul to The Rock at Elimination Chamber just a few weeks ago. And man, the entrances that he's been giving us have, look, the fact that he's still sticking with his entrance that he debuted in late 2004, early 2005, I want to say, right around the time leading up to WrestleMania 21. The fact that he has not changed it and he has not changed his look, he's still rocking with the same look that he's doing. Man, it's absolute craziness. But at the same time, some of the stuff that he's been talking about in the promos that he's been cutting have been really valid. But what's really crazy is the fact that, when it came time for John Cena and Cody Rhodes to meet face to face and cut a promo against each other, man, I really thought that John Cena was going to eat Cody Rhodes alive. And in a way, Cena did eat Cody Rhodes alive, but man, Cody didn't back down. And man, the shit that he was talking about. Look, he had some very valid points to put in John Cena's direction, but man, that WrestleMania 41 is going to be absolute bananas, and I cannot wait. But hey, we got plenty of time before WrestleMania begins. However, we are going back to Major League Baseball, baby. So, Juan Soto, the man that decided to go after the money rather than be a part of a team that he was a vital piece of helping them get to the World Series last year. During the offseason, Juan Soto would go on to sign a 15-year, $765 million contract with the New York Mets. Now, this man, oh boy. I mean, he had the audacity, the impudence, the unmitigated gall to literally say that the New York Mets are the true baseball team of New York. Dude, are you not familiar with the New York Yankees history, man? But hey, it makes sense since yo greedy dumbass decided to go after a damn near $1 billion deal. Makes sense. You put out fighting words, my man. You put out big time fighting words. Because on the Mets' best fucking day, they couldn't lace the cleats of the New York Yankees. And look, I will say this. When the Yankees and Mets meet each other, whether it's the first time, the second time, the third time, however many times that they are going to be facing each other this season, I am expecting, like, I'm expecting Yankees Red Sox rivalry. Like, I'm talking one wild pitch from either pitcher on the Yankees and Mets. I'm expecting benches to be cleared and fists to be flying. Because, my man, you really don't fucking get just how passionate New York fans are about baseball. Whether you're a Mets fan or a Yankees fan, you are a die-hard fan from the time that you are born until the time that you kick the fucking bucket. And look, I'm telling you, man, you shouldn't have said, oh, the New York Mets are the true baseball team of New York. No, the fuck they're not. However, moving on, because look, Yankees Mets is a rivalry that is damn near slept on, in my opinion. That's just me. But after signing a contract with the Mets, will they win the World Series in the time that Soto is with them? No, the fuck they won't. They won't. They were literally lucky to even get to the NLCS last year. How they even got to the World Series in 2015 is beyond me. Now, look, they had a stacked roster in 2000 when we had the Subway Series between the Mets and Yankees. And obviously, we all know how that turned out. We got Roger Clemens throwing a broken bat towards Mike Piazza. I mean, look, again, the Subway Series is severely underrated and does not get talked about enough. Why? Because, when we look at baseball and we look at baseball rivalries, we think Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs, White Sox, Cubs, Cardinals, Dodgers versus Yankees, but that's been slept on for quite a while. And I really think that we are literally going to see a new age of Dodgers versus Yankees, because, man, the heavyweight bout that we got in the World Series last year was absolute insane. And look, Dodgers Yankees is definitely going to be a storyline worth following this year, and it's not even close. Big shout out to the 81 people that are watching right now. Heart goes out to y'all. That wasn't a certain kind of salute. Don't worry. But yeah, so look, I really don't see the Mets winning World Series anytime soon, especially with the fact that they locked in Soto for a 15-year deal. I mean, trying to bring back your first World Series since 1986 is a monumental feat. But at the same time, look, you have brought in a shitload of players that you really thought that it was like, oh, hey, this could be our year. These players that we have are going to be part of the reason why we bring home a World Series for the first time since 1986. Look, in 2022 and 2023, y'all were in first place for, I want to say, damn near over 100 days, and you blew it. You literally blew it. You choked at the finish line. How you even did that is insane. You missed the goddamn playoffs. But now, all of a sudden, in 2024, y'all want to be running on the power of friendship and a fucking song that one of your players put out. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck up out of here. Just look, and again, like I said, just because y'all signed Juan Soto don't mean shit. Y'all ain't doing shit this year, all right? Now, obviously, the Braves picked up their first win this season. The Philadelphia Phillies are doing Philadelphia Philly things. The Miami Marlins, they all right. They're not good. They're not bad. They all right. Real talk. But, hey, we'll see what happens. Washington Nationals, I mean, I really think that they're going to take a big step forward this season. They have a lot of talent, but it'll definitely be a while before they get back to that 2019 status of winning the World Series again. So we'll see what happens. But, like I said, right now, Mets, it ain't your time. And on top of that, with the LA Dodgers, or I should say the LA Avengers, spending over $1 billion the last 2 off seasons just to fucking finally get over that 162 game hump and win the World Series. That 5th inning didn't happen. Yankees would have won in 7 games. And that is a fact. Anyways, but yeah, so long as the Dodgers exist in the National League, y'all ain't doing a goddamn thing. Y'all can literally have their payroll. You can have their lineup. Y'all still ain't doing a goddamn thing. I promise you. But speaking of baseball, I kid you not when I say this, we are literally 1 week into the 2025 season, and there are certain teams that are putting up football numbers, for crying out loud. Now, I expected some really close games. What I didn't expect was teams like the Yankees, the fucking Royals, the goddamn Chicago Cubs to put up fucking double-digit numbers. If y'all haven't been paying attention to baseball season, let me refresh your memory. Last week, in back-to-back games, the Yankees, in 2 games between the Brewers and Yankees, the Yankees would score a total of 32 runs last week. I'll say that again. They scored a total of 32 runs. And in one of the games, the final score was 20-9. Not to mention the fact that the other final score, where the Yankees played the Brewers, the final score was 12-3. For a football game with numbers like that, that is a defensive-heavy type of football game. But for baseball, this is clearly a offensive-heavy type of game, especially in back-to-back games. I mean, in the game that the Yankees won 20-9, they homered 9 times. 9 times! They had 4 home runs in the first inning alone, and Judge had 3 home runs that day. 3. He was like, I want to say, a 2 or 3 home run away from hitting for the home run cycle. Look, hitting for the cycle is insane work. You got to be on your A game. But damn near hitting for the home run cycle is absolute fucking insanity, if you ask me. And it's not even close. And then on top of that, the next day, Jazz Chisholm was like, oh, well, you know what? Aaron Judge had himself a 3 home run day. Bet I'm going to have a 2 home run kind of day. I mean, look, we got 156 more games left in this season, but could we be seeing more scores like this? I will say yes, especially with the newest introduction of what is now being called the torpedo bat. We're going to get to that in just a second. But man, I mean, hell, the Brewers had their first home game of the 2025 season. And the Royals, who literally struggled to put up 10 runs total in a series against the Cleveland Indians, put up 11 runs. The final score was 11-1 in the Brewers home opener. That is diabolical work. I mean, the Royals were just like, hey, fuck your opening day home opener. We're going to fucking murder y'all. I mean, I will not be surprised in the least if we see more double-digit scores. I mean, for crying out loud, in the A's home opener of West Sacramento, God forbid their fucking owner doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And on top of that, can't find talent when he needs it. But the Cubs beat down the Athletics 18-3. And again, that is essentially a defensive heavy type of football game right there. But at the same time, it's like, Jesus. Yes, sir. Hey, now 87. Big shout out to all the 87 people that are tuning in for tonight's show right now. But yeah, look, I will not be surprised in the absolute least if we continue to see more double-digit type of scores, or if we continue to see more football type of scores. Just for this season alone, it is absolutely insane. I mean, fucking, oh my God. I don't know his first name, but his last name is Kelly. He is the catcher for the Chicago Cubs. In the 18-3 win that the Cubs had over the Athletics, this dude hit for the fucking cycle. I mean, it's absolute insanity.
I don't want to say much more because I'd rather you hear it from the man himself. But ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Kevin Owens.
Apparently, there's something going on with SmackDown, and SmackDown's general manager, Nick Aldis, said, hey, there's apparently a reason that we say don't try this at home. Kevin Owens is currently coming out right now. What he has to talk about and what will be talked about remains to be seen. We're going to get to the topic that I've been waiting to talk about. But for right now, let's see what needs to be talked about. Hey, big shout out to the 88 people. Holy shit, yo.
I've been doing this for 25 years, and I think I can say confidently that for those 25 years, I really gave everything I had every time I stepped foot in this ring. And in those 25 years, because of this industry, I've gotten to live incredible things and experience things I'll never forget. I've had the chance to take care of my family in a way that I could have only dreamed of. But there's a price to pay for that amazing opportunity, and that's the toll it takes on our bodies. Every single guy and girl back there has paid that price at different times, and now it's
thing is full of shit.
Because the reality is, for the last 4 months or so, I've been dealing with a pretty serious neck injury, and we didn't know what it was. We didn't really know how serious it was. Thankfully, this week, we managed to figure it out, and now I have to go get neck surgery. So that's what I'm going to do. And the timing couldn't be worse because, let me tell you, not getting to be in the ring with Randy Orton at WrestleMania really sucks. And I'm really thankful for WWE for allowing me to come out here in front of you guys and telling you all that, because the truth is, I don't know when I'll have the privilege to be in front of you guys again. What I do know is the last few years I've learned not to take anything for granted, and I will
91
never
people, let's fucking
take
go.
this for granted. So for now, I want to say thank you, and I'm sorry, guys. Thank you.
I still think he's full of shit. Uh-oh. Here comes Daddy. Also, cleanest City Connect logo, uniform, whatever. I don't care. The Miami Marlins have the absolute cleanest City Connect gear imaginable, and it's not even close. But right now, looks like Kevin Owens needs neck surgery. But I really think he's pulling a Mark Henry. I really think that Kevin Owens is baiting in Randy Orton. Hey, Chicago. Hey, I'll tell you this, though. Chicago represents. And if you don't believe me, look up 2011 Money in the Bank. CM Punk's entrance and John Cena's entrance. Those two entrances alone will show you. Wow. Okay, I really thought that Kevin Owens was baiting in Randy Orton, but KO was just like, nah, screw you. Looks like he's getting into it with a fan.
I gave everything for 25 years. But I have a severe neck injury. Surgery is needed. And KO says he doesn't know when he'll be back again.
So it looks like Randy Orton is at a loss of words right now. But I swear to God, he is the RKO on Nick Aldis. I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
Be the one to tell you this, and there's no easy way to say it, but I'm afraid that means that you no longer have a match for WrestleMania.
Oh, and there's a second time! There's the next time Randy Orton was talking about! So, if you don't know, Randy Orton signed with SmackDown, then RKO'd the current general manager of SmackDown, being Nick Aldis. He got fined for it and paid the man a double. And Nick Aldis was like, yo, the fine was $50,000. This is $100,000. And Orton said, and I quote, oh, yeah, that is for next time. You best believe Orton got his lick for that second $50,000 fine. Oh, That was worth it for Randy Orton right there. That was fucking worth it. Downside is, though, Randy Orton does not have an opponent to meet at WrestleMania 41. This was definitely... Okay, I really thought that Nick Aldis was going to say something. Yeah, let me channel my inner Mike Tyson. But no. Like I was saying, looks like Orton does not have an opponent at WrestleMania 41. That is a damn shame. But I guess KO wasn't lying, or trying to bait in Randy Orton and take the Mark Henry route of like, oh, I was just kidding, bitch. So he's gonna have to have some neck surgery. We'll see what happens and if Orton will get a opponent at WrestleMania. We shall see. But one thing we are definitely going to see of is more of the torpedo bats. Damn the torpedo bats and full speed ahead, baby! Woo! Uh-oh! According to the haters of the New York Yankees, who are the greatest baseball team of all time, and it's not even close, the Yankees are cheating once again somehow. Is what you haters love to fucking say. Y'all love to come up with a fucking reason of why the Yankees are doing so good. Oh, they're cheating. They're doing this. They're doing that. They got new baseball bats. Do yourselves a favor and shut the fuck up. Now, in the second game of the series against the Milwaukee Brewers, a few Yankees players introduced a newly designed baseball bat, aka the torpedo bat. Basically, the design of this bat is that more wood was taken from the barrel, which is the top of the bat, and it was moved down towards, the hitter's sweet spot. Obviously, it showed in both games 2 and 3, where the Yankees went all the fucking way off. And look, I'll say this right now. Aaron Judge did not use the torpedo bat. He was still using a regular baseball bat and had 3 home runs in that 29 win over the Milwaukee Brewers. But one dude that is currently using the newly designed torpedo bat is Yankees player and former Marlins player Jazz Chisholm, who went yard twice in that 12-3 victory. Look, this is a completely legal bet, and on top of that, it was approved by the MLB. Now, don't be sitting there in your mother's basement on your fucking keyboard saying, oh, the Yankees are cheating again. This is a legal bet. Don't hate the Yankees because they thought of it. Hate the fact that your fucking team didn't think to use it in the goddamn first place. I swear to God, y'all love to hate on the Yankees any fucking chance that you get. But one thing, we're still going to stay on the topic of discussion being the torpedo bats, but for right now, there is a dude backstage who is the host of the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media, and here he is.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I'm rocking my veins.
What is going on, my man? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm great. Just soaking in the third national championship appearance in 4 seasons. Never been done before by the GOAT, Dawn Staley. And she wins one natty every 4 years, but if she wins this one, she'll win one natty every 3.5 years. Never been done before. I just want
She'll
to
have like 3 national championships in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look, the future is bright for South Carolina women's college basketball, and it's not even close.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Oh yeah, but one thing I've been looking forward to this week, these new so-called torpedo bats have been taking Major League Baseball by storm, and man, they're making headlines right now. And like I said, people are just hating on the Yankees because they were the team they have arguably the most players that are using the so-called torpedo bats, while other players on other teams are using them as well, but they're not getting talked about.
So they do help.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves are 0-7 until tonight, where the Braves started using the torpedo bats tonight. This is a true story. They got them in, and they won 10-0. So, whatever, man, whatever it takes to win. As a Braves fan, I'm sorely disappointed. No team's ever started 0-7 and made the playoffs.
Hey, we got plenty of baseball left to be played.
No doubt. Hey, you just shout out to the 96 people watching right now.
Big time, folks. And speaking of people, big shout out to my little sister right here, who is a graduate from Florida Atlantic University, baby.
Hey, congratulations. That's a major accomplishment to graduate, especially from an institution like Florida Atlantic. Much respect. Hats off to that.
Oh, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. It's definitely like not in the name of like Alabama, Stanford, Michigan, all the big name colleges that just shine on the collegiate level. But nonetheless, to still graduate, it's still an awesome feat.
Oh, absolutely, man. Really can't say much more than that. It's been such a fun. I've been watching your show. I missed a little bit here and there because I grilled. I grilled me a London broil. I love London broil grilled. I know it's not your traditional, but it's so good. I grilled the wife a New York strip. I grilled the other girls a New York strip. I'm not sure what that other steak was. Some grilled chicken, some corn, some asparagus, some bell pepper. I mean, like we did it up tonight. And after all that, the birthday
y'all
boy
were having fun tonight with the grill.
Oh yeah, and the birthday boy here, who will be 4 tomorrow.
Hey, happy birthday, kiddo!
James said happy birthday. Chose to eat the Uncrustable.
What?
Hey, Uncrustables are the GOAT. I don't
That's
care.
right. Horns down, baby. You tell them.
Horns down.
I may or may not have taught him that.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, you're raising your kid right. Horns down. But, hey, it's only a matter of time before the Manning prophecy is fulfilled and we see Arch Manning rocking the New York Giants.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. It's fun to beat Texas because Texas, we beat them in the SEC championship game too. And he said it wasn't fair because the SEC championship game was in Greenville and we couldn't beat them if it wasn't a home game. Well, we just rocked your shit by 20 on a neutral site. So, you kick all the rocks, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm excited to watch Arch Manning play football. I'm not a Texas fan at all, but I am going to be checking out those games because I think that dude is the future.
Oh, for sure. And he's got the ultimate cheat code learning under both Peyton and Eli Manning.
Agreed. I mean, it didn't get better than that.
Regardless of whatever team he goes to, he's got the ultimate cheat code, and it's not even close.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like your mentors are Peyton Manning And Eli Manning. I mean, you don't get a better study than that.
And on top of that, your grandfather is Archie Manning. Now, granted, he didn't have the greatest career playing with the New Orleans Saints, but that man knows a thing or two because he's been around the block a time or two.
Oh yeah, for sure. Arch Manning was really good. He had the misfortune of playing on the Aints. And it wasn't your Drew Brees Saints. These were the bad Saints. And
yeah.
But he was good in his own right. Arch, if he can throw the ball like Peyton and Eli, and he can take off running, he's going to be something.
Oh, he's going to be deadly. Whoever gets him.
We'll trade you MPJ. No, I'm just kidding. I'm rocking with
Hey, look, if you told me 10 years ago that the quarterback room for the Giants was going to be some unknown kid from New Jersey being Tommy DeVito, Jameis Winston, and Russell Wilson, I would have said you're fucking crazy. We got a literal comedy show for the fucking Giants quarterback room.
So it is a comedy show, true enough. But, I'm looking at this through the eyes of the New York Giants, right? And I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. Well, you got Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. So, honestly, both of them under contract. They both understand they're in the twilights of their career. So now you can interchange them. If one's hot, you put the hot hand on there, right? So, I mean, I think it was a good move by them. They don't have their franchise guy yet, so they go out and they get some people who could be good stewards. Maybe pick them up, 7-8 wins to build for the future. I think it was smart.
I think it was smart too. On top of that, they already have guys like Malik Neighbors and Jalen Hyatt in their wide receiver positions. And, both Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston love to throw the deep ball. So the numbers for Neighbors and Hyatt are going to be absolute insanity going into this year.
I agree. Now, only if they had a running back to bring it all together.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles have some dude by the name of Saquon Barkley. Man, if only the Giants had him.
Look at the counter, baby.
Oh!
100 people.
Hell yeah.
This is big. This is this is the most viewers we've had in a couple weeks because we're kind of on the downside of sports right now. Baseball's just picking up, so this is a big win.
Hell yeah!
100 live viewers. I'm not sure where we are on the views, man, but I mean, I'm sure they're good.
Oh yeah. I mean, right now, most of them are coming from Twitter, and there's 2 others on both of our Twitch channels. But hey, look, winning is winning at the end of the day. I'm not even going to question it.
Right.
But yeah,
are already 650.
That's insane. But yeah, so going back to Major League Baseball, how long do you give it before we start seeing players on all the other teams experimenting with the torpedo bat just to see how they can get a good feel of it? And it's like, hey, the wood is placed in my sweet spot. On top of that, the Yankees literally brought in an MIT physicist to design this bat, and it's still legal.
I think you're going to see every team with it. You see what the Yankees are doing with it, and you're like, okay, well, they're the Yankees. They can hit bombs anyway. But then you take the Braves, who are 0-7, and then they get the torpedo bats in today, and then they win a game 10-0. Every major league team just took notice of what happened tonight with the Braves because they still don't have Sean Murphy. They still don't have Acuna Jr. They still don't have Spencer Strider. So they're still not at full strength, and they instantly, 10 runs. I think you'll see every team with it, to be honest with you, at least by the end of next week. I think it's going to – if it's legal and it's working, why not?
Yeah. I mean, look, the numbers for – the torpedo bat are within the rules and regulation of what a regular standard MLB bat should be. And like I said, people are just hating on the Yankees because they brought it into the game. I'm honestly surprised that other teams didn't pick up on it after the Yankees won 20-9 against the fucking Brewers.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, it was the Brewers, so that's impressive. But the Yankees are such a high potent offense that they probably didn't raise eyebrows early in the season. Teams are still trying to fill it out. It happens. But then they consistently kept doing it. That's when after like 4 or 5 games, they should have been like, hold up. And the Braves did. The Braves are like, man, that's working.
Yeah. And I'll tell you one thing. The fact that the second captain in Yankees history, the Judge, is still using a regulated MLB bat. He has 6 home runs. He is batting over 400 right now, and damn near, I want to say, at 20 RBIs this season. We're only a week into this season. It wouldn't surprise me if this dude wins another AL MVP.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had him pegged to win the AL MVP from the beginning of the year. I don't see anybody in the American League that's going to take that from him unless he gets injured.
Oh, yeah. And look, the one thing that he just needs to add to his already impressive resume is that World Series championship.
And I think they'll get one sooner rather than later. I don't know about this year, but we'll see. If anybody's going to dethrone the Dodgers, it's going to be the Yankees.
Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, right now they really got creative this offseason, bringing in Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger. They still have Jazz Chisholm. Unfortunately, we took one of your pitchers, being Max Fried. Hey, we took a closer pitcher from the Milwaukee Brewers, being Devin Williams. But, man, this season is going to be absolute insanity.
What's insanity is the break. Hold on. Okay, I'm on the show. What's really crazy is the Braves bullpen is the worst in the major league. They've blown 5 saves already this year, so the Braves could be 8-2 right now. But they've blown 5 saves, and in the minors they have Craig Kimbrell and Jesse Chavez.
Jesus.
How do you not bring them up? Like, you could say, okay, they're past their prime, but your bullpen now ain't doing shit.
And it's going to be a while before we see Spencer Strider on this mound.
Correct.
So, I mean, hell, like, what have you even got to lose right now?
Nothing. Nothing. You lost AJ Minter, who was our closer, to the Yankees. No, to the Mets. He went to the Mets.
Oh, okay.
Your tablet died? His tablet died.
Oh, no.
Mommy tablet didn't.
Here's your boo. Now I'm giving him his
Well, apparently mommy's tablet is working.
That is mommy.
He's saying the tablet's not his, it's mommy's. But
That's
either
awesome.
way, he went from his iPad to his iPhone, so he's fine.
Oh, man. But speaking of the Brewers, I mean, look, granted, they have 3 wins under their belt right now. I don't know if they are sitting at 500 because they played the Cincinnati Reds, but after losing 20-9, 12-3, you go home for your home opener and then lose to a team that couldn't even put up 10 total runs against the Cleveland Indians and lose 11-1. Like, granted, we are 7-8 games into this season, and the Brewers finally have some traction under their feet. Can the Milwaukee Brewers turn things around?
Oh, for sure. They're 3-4, and they're battling the injury bug as well. They have like 4 or 5 starters out right now. Their starting pitcher's good enough, and St. Louis and Chicago are currently ahead of them, but both of those teams will be not 1 and 2. I think Milwaukee is going to win this division, to be honest with you, and I think you're going to see Chicago at number 2.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or vice versa. I think one of them gets the division, the other gets a wild card. I think we'll see Milwaukee there.
Oh yeah. I mean, on top of that, I really think that we'll see the same thing in the NL Central, the same way we saw things in the AL Central, because both the Indians, Royals, and Tigers made the playoffs. Granted, the Indians won the AL Central, made it to the ALCS, but I mean, man, with what the NL Central has, that I got my eyes on that division right there. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see the Brewers win the division, but the Cardinals and Cubs are just somehow sneak into the NL wild card picture.
I think I think you'll see one of the two. I think Detroit and Cleveland are 1 and 2 in the AL Central. I was very high on Detroit last year and was rewarded with a playoff run. I feel like they're even better this year than they were last year.
Their
And the
second half
Indians
run,
still good.
their second half run needs to be seriously studied. They were literally running on the power of friendship. Now, granted, AJ Hinch, former Astros manager, definitely has some experience under his belt. But man, what the Tigers did in the second half of the season was insane. They had, I want to say, less than 1% chance of even making the playoffs.
Yeah, it was low. But they just dominated the second half. They found a formula. They have a good manager.
Mm-hmm.
They figured out what wins, and they went there.
Yeah, hell, they got a great farm system too.
Oh, they do. Before the season last year, I told y'all that they were going to go to the playoffs, and y'all all laughed at me. I'm like, I don't know, man. Tigers look pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw it like, well, they signed Javier Baez to a damn near 10-year deal. His fall off has been absolutely crazy because ever since leaving the Chicago Cubs, he hasn't been the same.
No, he hasn't. And also, another team that I'm very worried about because they haven't been playing tough competition and they're not winning is the Orioles. Like, because they're supposed to be good and they're not. I mean, we're 6 games in. I get it, but they're not looking very good.
No, I mean, I just got the update that they lost to the Royals 8-2.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, the Royals are definitely a team I got my eye on. They lost in the ALDS to the Yankees, but there is serious potential for Kansas City.
Oh yeah. Also, you're going to see UConn and South Carolina in the Natty, the what we deserve. I mean, you can't call it yet, but I mean, UConn is up by 20.
Hey, like we discussed last night, that's why I have Gino Auriemma as the number 1 women's college basketball coach. That dude is doing things for UConn. I mean, he was one of, if not the literal reason why UConn was on such a dominant run in the 2010s and why UConn was being picked 99.9% of the time to win the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, dude's been coaching there since '85, bro. He should have a nice core. But yeah, 11 natties? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, and like if and even when UConn wins, going to your 16th national championship in 17 tournament appearances is wild.
Well, they haven't been to 16 national championships in 17 seasons.
Or what was it? I think 16 Final Four appearances.
Yeah, Final Fours, yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, still, nonetheless, that is one hell of a feat.
I mean, they are beating the shit out of UCLA, bro.
Yeah. Look,
They're
honestly,
right now.
Oh, yeah. As soon as Juju Watkins went down with that ACL injury, it was over for USC. I mean, look, I wanted to say USC was going to meet South Carolina in the national championship, but once Juju went down with that ACL injury, yeah, it was ripe for the picking for UConn to meet South Carolina in the national championship.
Oh yeah, I mean the best player in the league goes down. That hurts.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But we got some predictions coming up right now. We're going to take our final commercial break, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
The one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free.
All right. Welcome back. First off, big shout out to the 115 people that are currently tuning in right now. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Second, for tonight's show, I've been rocking the South Florida vibe. I've been rocking the Miami Marlins, both their regular logo and their City Connect logo as well. In my opinion, the cleanest City Connect logo and uniform in baseball right now. And on top of that, I'm rocking the Florida Panthers, who are going to be the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions of this year. But for right now, we got some predictions we need to make. The men's Final Four starts tomorrow. And man, oh man, I don't think I've ever seen or even remember a Final Four where it was nothing but number one teams. But it is going to be absolute insanity. So tomorrow we got number one Florida taking on number one Auburn.
Yeah, give me Florida. I have Florida. I have Florida going to the Natty at the beginning of the tournament. They're quite possibly the hottest team in college basketball. Auburn's the number one overall seed, but I think this is where it ends for them.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Will Clayton Jr. has been stepping up in big time moments, especially in the closing minutes of the game. And man, Florida right now is just looking like the 2006 2007 Florida team that were back to back national champions. Yeah, give me Florida over Auburn.
Yeah.
And next game up, we got number one Houston playing number one Duke.
Yeah, give me Duke. I think Duke's the best team in this tournament. You got Cooper Flagg out there, who is just a cheat code, to be honest. Just won National Player of the Year today. Might have been yesterday. I'm not sure. Anyway, he deserves it. Give me Duke.
Honestly, I'm going to take Houston. I mean, their defense has just been absolutely insane. And they also say that defense wins championships. Look, as good as Duke is and as good a player as Cooper Flagg is, I really think that the defense for University of Houston is just going to be too overpowering for Duke.
They're going to have to outscore Duke, and they're not going to be able to do it.
All right. But with the NBA draft on the horizon, where could you see somebody like Cooper Flagg going to?
Well, we have to see how the season ends, but I think Cooper Flagg. I think if you put him on the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis, I think you've got a lethal world championship machine instantly.
Yes, I completely agree. I mean, Milwaukee won the championship in 2021, and Giannis wants to taste that championship stage once again. If they get a guy like Cooper Flagg, man, watch out.
Look.
I agree.
Look, Dad.
I see.
But hey, look, I lived in Chicago for 15 years. The Bulls, look, they have Nikola Vucevic. They have a young core with Josh Giddey, Montez Buzelis and Kobe White. They are just one big man away from being playoff contenders, maybe even championship contenders. Man,
Oh, yeah.
if Cooper Flagg goes to the Chicago Bulls, watch out next season.
I mean, honestly, I would like to see Cooper Flagg go to Atlanta and play with Trae Young.
Hey, I like to see. Hey, Trae Young needs a big man that he can get those double-digit assists.
He does. And as a Hawks fan, I'm being very greedy.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being greedy. I mean, look, if the Hawks get somebody like Cooper Flagg, regardless, whichever team gets Cooper Flagg, the league is hereby put on notice.
Yeah, I still, I'm not a Milwaukee fan, but to see him paired up with Giannis out there, man, that'd be crazy.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah. Oh man. All right. But to close things out, we got some MLB predictions to make. Now, it's just a Chicago thing where, there's three questions because going into today's game, the Padres were undefeated and the Chicago Cubs were like, all right, bet, we're taking that shit first. They gave San Diego their first loss on the season in the Chicago Cubs, and one of, if not the absolute greatest field in baseball, Wrigley Field. And tomorrow we got the Padres going into Wrigley to take on the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah. Chicago is favored to win this game, but they're not taking the series from the Padres. The Padres are hot, and the Padres are good. Give me the Padres.
Yeah, I could see the Padres. I mean, hell, they are right now looking like contenders in the NL West that could give the LA Dodgers a run for their money.
They're good.
That they are. All right, next game up, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks heading into our nation's capital to take on the Nationals.
Yeah, give me the Diamondbacks. The Nationals are just ass, bro.
Oh yeah,
they don't have the injury bug. They're fully healthy, and they're getting blown out every game.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely taking the Diamondbacks too. The Diamondbacks are definitely another team that are going to be competing in the NL West to try and dethrone the Dodgers. But for right now, I think with the Nationals, they just take a big step in the right direction because they are in serious rebuild mode.
Yep.
But hey, don't sleep on Dylan Cruz. That dude has got a cannon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Next game up, we got the New York Yankees going into PNC Park to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, the Pirates aren't winning this game. Give me the Yankees and big.
Oh, yeah. No, give me the Yankees as well. I mean, look, as beautiful as PNC Park is, the Pirates still have a long way to go before they can be in the... Oh, there it is. But before they can be in the playoff picture.
I agree.
But next game up, we got the Baltimore Orioles going into Kansas City to take on the Royals.
I'm with you. I believe in the Royals this year, and something's broken with Baltimore. Give me the Royals.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the Royals as well. I mean, hey, it wouldn't even surprise me if their face of the franchise, Bobby Witt Jr., finishes top 5 or even top 3 in the AL MVP voting.
Ooh, that's a strong statement, but we'll see.
Hey, the kid is good.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing. But you got Aaron Judge and shit out there. I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. But yeah, all right. So next game up, the Tampa Bay Rays, who are using the Yankees spring training stadium, go into Arlington to take on the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers took last year personally.
Mm-hmm.
And they are really, really good again.
Yeah. Adolis Garcia has a fucking chip on his shoulder.
Give me the Rangers.
I'll take the Rangers. Yeah, I'll take them any day of the week.
Yes.
All right. Now, next game up, the Marlins, who are surprisingly sitting at 500 right now, go into Atlanta to take on the Braves, who just got their first win on the season.
The Braves have the Marlins number. Always have, always will. Give me the Braves.
Yeah, I'll take the Braves as well. And look, if certain Braves players are experimenting with the torpedo bats, yeah, the Braves are definitely taking this game.
Yeah.
All right, next game up, we got the surprising Chicago White Sox, who have 2 wins on their record, going into Detroit to take on the Tigers.
Detroit's good, and Chicago is not. Give me the Tigers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, the White Sox definitely take a big step forward this year. They have new players that could definitely make them a contender, just not this year. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
All right, next game up, we got the Houston Astros heading into the Twin Cities of Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Twins.
Ooh, that's a tough one, to be honest with you. The Twins are better than what the record indicates, but so is Houston. But I think the Twins are better. Give me the Twins.
Yeah, I'll take the Twins as well. Fuck the Astros, though.
Correct.
Anyways, next game up, we got the Seattle Mariners heading into San Francisco to take on the Giants.
You look at that, and the Giants were supposed to be good last year, and they weren't, but they are this year, I believe. I think the NL West is the best division in baseball this year. With the Giants, Padres, and Dodgers out there, the Giants are winning this game.
Yeah, I could really see that. All right. Next game, we got the LA Dodgers, or I should say the LA Avengers, because that's essentially what the Dodgers front office has been spending their money on. But they're going into Citizens Bank Park to take on the Philadelphia Phillies, the first team to hand the Dodgers their first loss on the season.
You should take note of this. This will be your NLCS. These are the two teams we will see in the NLCS. They are the best two teams in the National League. I think the Phillies are really, really good. I'm going to take the Phillies to win this game and the series only because it's in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. And look, I mean, it's been mentioned time and time again that, hell, even when it comes to playoff time or whether it's just a regular season game, Citizens Bank Park is essentially similar to any SEC football stadium.
Oh yeah. It's going to be a good one. That's going to be your NLCS though. That's my prediction.
I could really see that, and I would not be surprised if that was the NLCS.
Yep.
All right, next game up, we got the St. Louis Cardinals, who could be contenders in the NL Central against, as big a Yankees fan I am, a sleeper team in the AL East as they head into Fenway to take on the Boston Red Sox.
So I said the Red Sox would have a good season last year but missed the playoffs, and I was correct. Well, this year I'm taking it a step further. The Boston Red Sox got a lot better in the offseason, and I think they're a very dangerous team. I think the Red Sox make the playoffs this year, and I think they beat the Cardinals. Give me the Red Sox.
Damn, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, they definitely took a step forward in getting better, bringing in former White Sox pitcher Garrett Crochet. So, man, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Sox walked away with this win.
Yep.
Next game up, we got the Toronto Blue Jays heading into Citi Field to take on Juan Soto and the New York Mets.
So the New York Mets, man, they I just can't stand them. They did get a lot better. They did get a lot better in the offseason, like a lot better. But I don't think they learned their lesson. Throwing money at stuff without putting team chemistry just doesn't always work.
Yes.
I think the Blue Jays are really good. I think the Blue Jays take second behind the Yankees in the East. I think you see a fall off from the Orioles. I think Red Sox come in third. The Rays are going to be bad again, I believe. Give me the Blue Jays in this game.
Yeah, give me the Blue Jays as well. And this is definitely a season for the Blue Jays where, essentially your main guy, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., is looking for a big-time contract. And whatever the numbers this dude is putting out, hey, you give it to him. Like, this guy is your main squeeze. You got to do whatever it takes to keep this man happy and keep him on your team.
Agreed.
So, yeah, I'm taking the Blue Jays. So, it looks like the Milwaukee Brewers are really deciding to turn things around as they welcome the Cincinnati Reds.
I want to believe in the Reds every year, but at the same time, just like I told you last year, the Reds are going to be the Reds. And the Brewers are really good. I think they win the Central. Give me Milwaukee to win this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm on the same ship as you. I want to believe in the Reds. They have their guy being Ellie De La Cruz. The dude is absolutely dangerous
Yep.
But yeah, give me the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yes.
All right, second to last game, we got the Athletics going into Coors Field to take on the 1-6 Colorado Rockies.
These are the worst two teams in baseball. So the line in this game is even. I mean, even the experts are like, both of these are ass. I have no idea what we're going to see out of this game. And I agree. Like, it's hard to pick this game. Both of these teams are very bad. But they put together a couple of wins, and they have the taste in their mouth. The Rockies are just bad. It's in Colorado. I just don't know, bro. Give me the A's.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to take the Athletics as well. I mean, I don't know what the fuck Chris Bryant was even thinking signing a contract with the Colorado Rockies, but I mean,
Money.
the Athletics, they got some really good talent over there. They have one of the best closers in baseball, being Mason Miller. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Athletics. The owner just needs to sell the fucking team and bring in somebody who can bring in some serious talent and make the Athletics a fucking playoff contending team.
Got to do something.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know it's bad when an Oakland news anchor goes off on you.
Yes.
So, but final game, we got the Cleveland Indians heading into Los Angeles of Anaheim, or whatever the fuck the Angels want to call themselves. We got the Indians versus the Angels.
So the Indians are 2-4, but that'll change real quickly. They're a very good team. The Indians are probably going to win the Central again. The Angels are healthy, but how long can they stay healthy? How long before Matt Trout's out again and all that? The Angels are 4-2, and that's really cool, and I'm glad to see it. But the Indians are the better team. Give me the Indians.
Yeah, I'll take the Indians as well. I mean, right now, like you said, yeah, the Angels are healthy, but how long can they stay healthy? How long can Mike Trout be on the field? And we easily consider him one of the best baseball players right now.
Yeah, agreed. He is.
So
James is right too.
Yeah, ain't wrong with that comment right there.
Angel Hernandez is proof.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. We're greatest umpire in baseball history, and it's not even close.
That's correct.
But one thing that they did during spring training was challenge pitches like, hey, if it's a ball, you have the right to challenge it. If it was a strike, you obviously have the right to challenge it. They need to bring that into the regular season.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just checking out the score here, man. This is crazy. South Carolina UConn's gonna be great. UConn is beating UCLA 50-28.
Yeah, I mean, Gino Auriemma is essentially Nick Saban of women's college basketball. Like, when you play UConn, you have to bring your A game.
Yeah, South Carolina UConn gonna be fire.
Oh my God, that is going to absolutely feed families.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait either. But that is all the time that we have for today. I want to thank you for joining. Hope you have an awesome Friday night and enjoy the rest of your night, my man.
Appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Be sure to check out this dude every Thursday night, the host of College Sports Villains, the most villainous college sports talk show you will find on social media. And man, oh man, the next few weeks are going to be awesome. We got WrestleMania. We got UFC 314 coming up. It is going to be absolutely bananas.
Can't wait. Thanks, man.
Hey, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your night. All right. Another episode of the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show is in the book. A big shout out to the 122 people that tuned in for tonight's show. Nothing but love for y'all. My heart goes out to y'all. And no, my hand didn't go in a certain direction, all right? But we are are in the closing segment of Friday Night SmackDown, one of the best wrestling shows on television right now. We have the OTC. Put your ones to the sky. We have Roman Reigns and his wise man in the ring. We got Seth Rollins. We got Chicago's own CM Punk in the ring as well. Man, oh man, WrestleMania is going to be absolutely fucking bananas. You already know. But hey, again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for tonight's show. It is Friday night. Hey, let's have some fun. Know your limits, but have some fun. And one thing that I've been saying as a weekend brief, hey, don't add to the population, don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in the hospital, dead, or in jail. If you end up in jail, call someone whose phone number that you have memorized and then establish dominance quickly. But until next time, I will see each and every single one of y'all for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. Until then, peace!